tumultuous end to the first half. We've got the second half about to start. Bermuda coming back onto the park after the United States came out first. So those of you who are watching, the score is 10 points to United States, 7 points to Bermuda. We've had a few red cards given. Number 3 from Bermuda and number 6 from the United States. So both teams are playing 14 men. And the USA still have a player in the sin bin for maybe a minute or two. I must apologize to Karen Lazada, who's one of the assistant refs. She refs many Caribbean or NACRA matches in the under 19s and down in the Caribbean and the Caymans and other locations. And also our referee for the day, Derek Stouts. And our assistant ref from Bermuda, Mr. John Wheel. So we're about to get the second half started. Bermuda playing with the wind from the north end, playing to the south. And the action's about to start. And here we go, the beginning of the second half. Big Dockery takes the ball into contact. Out it comes. Chris Neely likes to put that one down. Does he get over the head of the winger? No. Number 11 has got a little bit of pace to him. He's moving the ball to the far side. A funky little chip over the top. Connor McLean, Aldo Campbell, out to Andre. Oh, and Andre just loses that ball forward. Yeah, I think it'll come all the way back. No advantage seems to become for the USA for that ball, so referee still hasn't signaled. Yes, now he does. Penalty. Bermuda player did not roll away from contact. USA player, Bermuda a little slow to get up there, but it should have been a, he played a bit of an advantage there. Andre losing that ball forward and didn't bring it back to the spot the first infringement happened. But nevertheless, the USA get a penalty because Bermuda player didn't roll away from that contact after the tackle has been made. Once you've made a tackle, you cannot languish and just hang there and hold on to the player who's on the ground. Both the player who has made the tackle and the player who has been tackled have to roll away. The player who made the tackle has to roll away immediately. The player with the ball has to post the ball and roll away. He gets a few seconds or millisecond to post the ball or play it backwards to his team, but he can't also stay there and get in the way. So, line out to the United States. Good clean catch there, and the ball comes out. And long pass. Nice tackle in the middle by number 12 from Bermuda. Bermuda not contesting that rock. USA moving the ball back out to the far side. Big number 8 goes to ground. Bermuda player rolling away. Ball's at the back. Big prop come crashing in. Down he goes. Good tackle with there by Bermuda. They'll stop short. And again, the ball comes out. Scrotfield passing, and this could be dangerous. And well done by Antonio. Ball's out. Good tackle there by young Antonio. USA still in possession. Referee holding the Bermuda line back. And up they come. Stopping the US attack once again. This is a good little phase of play here. USA trying a little cheeky chip through. Oh, and a little unlucky by Antonio, but Allen picks it up and goes. Thomas Greenslade playing it back. Chris Naylor calling for it on the far side. Oh, Andre Landy just misses that one. It comes off his leg, though, into touch. And Bermuda, USA come out with a little bit more enthusiasm than Bermuda. Putting the pressure on right away. Bermuda haven't had much possession of the ball. The referee's not sure what's going on there. That's the USA trying to sort out what's going on. And it's good, nice high pass. And here we go, missed tackle there. He skips another tackle and it's through. Big number 7. And it's only 2 players left. Bermuda do well to get back there. And the ball is knocked on at the base of the scrum there, and the USA's got players out wide. and big number 5 goes in. Referee didn't see the knock home, and the U.S. player tried to pick the ball up and allowed the play to continue. And the USA strike first the second half with a score on the far northeastern side. So the score now goes to USA South 15, Bermuda 7. Bermuda got sucked in there. About 4 missed tackles from the big number 7, the captain of the USA team, running through there, which put the pressure back on Bermuda. The blind side flanker, Derek Wolf, all made by him. The eventual score for the United States. Got his scrum cap on, I think it's the big number 8 for the United States. As soon as I see his jersey, I'll confirm that. Brendan Smith, was it Brendan? Is it number 8? Looks like a 6 or 8. I think it's number 8. Yes, it is number 8. Brendan Smith, the scorer of that try. And the fly half, I saw him kick a few from over there before, and he's successful. The fly half, so the United States come out firing again. Lucas contributing with the 2 points. So the score is now 17 points, and Bermuda 7. So Bermuda got to dig themselves out of a bit of a hole in this beginning of the second half. Maybe about 4 minutes have elapsed. People shouting knock on, but not all the time. There's a referee in the right position to see an infringement. And touch judges or assistant referees cannot call plays unless it is blatant and they were in the right position. So maybe the spectators saw it, but unfortunately the referees may not have. And they allow the United States to run through, cutting back inside. Ball's lost forward there in the tackle. Referee getting some help from the spectators, but he saw it. Knocked forward on the tackle. Chris Naylor involved in that. Very rare for Chris Naylor to be making tackles. Nevertheless, he's made a few today. Chris Naylor has won many Johnny Barnes awards. Waving at the tacklers as they come running by. Here for his club teachers. Oh, and it's something happening there. Bermuda's scrum just fell apart. Somebody lost their feet. Somebody's still on the ground. Looks like, is that Mikey Williams? No, it's not Mikey Williams. Bermuda player may have, it's Mr. Dubbo. Mr. Dobinson, just a little bit of a wrenched neck. And Bermuda look like they still have the ball. Bermuda put in. So Bermuda in attacking position here. If they can score and they can shave 5 to 7 points off, I'm sure they're going to be going for it. Chris Naylor calling out the what's going in the plays to the back line. A good hook there by Bermuda. Picked up by number 8, Peter Dunkerley. He goes to ground. U.S. players have got to roll away. Looks like it's on the Bermuda side. And a little bit of a grubber through by Chris Naylor. And it's looking good. Oh, and missed by Andre Landy. Good strong runner there, but the U.S. player. Oh, well, recovered by Chris Landy, who comes from behind and makes that tackle. The ball was lost forward. Bermuda in possession. Looking to take this ball on again. And it's tipped by the U.S. player, sound like it. Yes. And it is a knock on the referee. Yes, the knock on first. So the Bermuda will get possession back. It wasn't tipped, it went straight out. So the referee, no advantage to Bermuda. So the referee brings it back for a scrum. Bermuda ball here. It'll be something if young Antonio can get in the wing against his opposite number. I'm sure this crowd will go a little crazy. Many of the rugby fraternity here. U.S. prop stands up. Not sure why. Young Antonio's moving to his position out wide, so maybe something in the middle. Then second phase coming out wide. So Tom Healy ready to put the ball in. It goes to the back feet of Mr. Dockley. Ball comes out. He wasn't able to. And the number 7 for USA. He's been the workhorse for the USA all this time. And out it comes. Good tackle there by the Bermuda back row. Ball's out. Lost fault. Going to ground. Looks like a referee said Bermuda player diving onto the ball. So penalties awarded to the United States. Bermuda seem to have been penalized a little bit more than the U.S. this game. A little bit indisciplined there by the players maybe, but they got to watch that because in today's game, kicking is a very valuable skill, and we've got guys that can kick the ball country miles and score penalties at will. Unfortunately, they have been too proficient this this game. But nevertheless, United States South get the line out just in front of the 10-meter line in the Bermuda half. Good catch there by the big second row. Darren Richardson gets a hand on the USA player. Ball's played backwards, and he comes through. Again, good pass. Little sneaky Rangy there. Played backwards nice and cleanly. Bermuda trying to disrupt these rocks and balls. Johan. Bermuda's made a substitution with the prop forward. Oh, Chris Nana steals that one. And he's been tackled short. Oh, he thought he was through. And it's kicked behind the USA players. Number 15 collects. He's going to put this one out safely. Yes, he does. Chris made a nice little break there, but he didn't have any support with him. I saw him looking. I knew he didn't have the gas to make it the whole way. He was looking. Needed Andre outside of him that time. It would have been a definite try, I think, but nevertheless, here we are. Bermuda get the line out from the kick out by, the clearance kick by the USA South fullback. Seems to be pretty steady back there. Number 50 in the fullback, Ben Winazik. And Bermuda making a substitution. Deshaun DeShields in for Aldo Campbell. So Deshaun gets his first taste of action today. 2 changes made by the Bermuda side. Jahan Zadanio in for, I'm not quite sure which player went off. I'll find out in a minute. And Deshaun coming in for Aldo Campbell. Oh, well, no, maybe it's not. Oh, it's a blood sub? Yes, it looks like it was a blood sub, but he didn't even get to play, or something's wrong with his boots, or... Anyway, Aldo's still in, so we'll have the play go with Aldo. It looks like they're sorting out something with Deshaun. Oh, and it's a good catch. And Tom Healy sneaks through. They'll pop inside to Connor McLean, 2 Renegades teammates, so they know what each other play like. And again, some good... Oh! And the ball is knocked, deliberate knock on, penalty. Deliberate knock on by the United States. Oh, no, he's saying they're offside. They were offside, came up too early. So again, this may be a good opportunity for Bermuda to shave some of the points off the score. Yes, they are. Who's going to get the kicking duty here? Andre Landy, yep. He's going to be giving the ball to shave at least 3 off, so put the deficit down to 7 points if he's successful here. 1 converted try would do it. Oh no, Andre pushes that one wide. Just a little, thought he was very certain that he would get it. I could see the disappointment in his face, but nevertheless.
Did he kick for teachers all year?
Yeah, pretty much. So Andre, just a little off his game, has been pretty successful all season. Aldo Campbell catches that one. He's immediately tackled by the USA winger. Tom Healy getting his troops ready. Darren Richardson crashes into the USA players, still going forward. Well done there by Darren, and again it comes. Thomas Greenslade, Mr. Dubbo, Paul Dobinson. Again, good feed here by the Bermuda players. Oh, that one just going to ground. Good one from the bull. Oh, a little bit of a looper. Antonio, go. A little unsure of himself there. Oh, he had the space. Breaks through it. He's supposed to pin his ears back and go. Just a little unsure of himself. His first game for the national, his first cap for Bermuda. Nerves still probably. So the next one I'm sure he's just going to pin those ears back and go. So. Getting some flack from former winger for Bermuda national team, sitting on the side here. Neville, better known as Lionel. Shouting some advice to Antonio. The ball did not get hooked, did not go through the front row, so the USA will get another put in. About 12 minutes gone. Sorry, about 17 minutes gone in the second half. USA scored a quick try, so the score remains 17 points to 7. Big drive by Bermuda. Nice wheel by Bermuda. That's going 180. I'm not quite sure why the referee did not. And out it comes. And Andre Landy, can he go all the way? Yes. Oh. Breaks 2 tackles there. Goes around his opposite number. Just didn't have any support inside when he got tackled there. Andre's getting the ball, very excitable player, very strong runner. Looks like we've got the hooker for the United States suffering from a little bit of cramp. Mr. Herrera. So the referee stops his watch. Bit of stoppage time. Bermuda not going to lay down and take this one lightly. They're fighting back in the second half after conceding that early try, keeping the U.S. down in their half. So there'll be a line out here for the United States, I believe. Yes, because Andre just stepped out of touch before he tried to pass that ball back inside. So let's see if Bermuda can steal this one and go forward. A few U.S. players seem like they're suffering from a little bit of cramp. A quick water break for all the players. Just to remind you that you are watching the Bermuda versus United States South for Caribbean Championship Qualifier. This is a round robin. The USA South will have to, well, sorry, the Caymans, I believe, will be traveling to the United States, probably Florida or Georgia up in Life College, and Bermuda will be traveling to Caymans to play Caymans in a couple of weeks' time. The winner of this round robin move on to the next round. You're watching BSN channel 82 on cable. We're being live streamed for those people around the world who want to see what's going on. I hope our friends in the United States are happy with the results so far, but Sorry, I'm a little biased. I hope the Bermuda team come back in the next few minutes and we get the upper hand. It doesn't look like that was a very good throw. Referee signaling. Is it not straight? So Bermuda will get the put in. An opportunity here for Bermuda if they can win this scrum cleanly and move the ball or whatever the plan may be. Chris Naylor calling out the calls to the Bermuda back line. You can tell by the alignment if something's on or not. Now it looks like Bermuda has won this one. The ball's at the back of the scrum. Number 7 breaks early. To be an advantage to Bermuda there. Oh, and Andre Landy that's going around the blind side. Andre's big, strong runner that forcing it. They know it's dangerous. So it was a quick move to the left wing. Andre Landy. They like to do a quick throw in, and Thomas Greenslade was there, ready for that. Stopped any movement of the ball for the U.S. Now going to try to bomb it up, keep possession, get a little bit of space away from their line. And Bermuda seems to have won this ball back. Yes, they have. Yes, Bermuda still have this ball. They're driving forward. They're driving forward. It's a chance for Bermuda. Yes, and they have scored after stealing that ball back, Bermuda. And big, strong Jahan. I can't pronounce his last name. I'll get it in a minute. But he actually was a top try scorer for his club. He plays prop and is the top try scorer for his club this year, Renegades. And I'm not surprised that he was the one that scored that. In tight confrontations like that, he's a big, strong lad. Uses those big, strong legs and upper body strength of his and just drives forward. Had a little help from his teammates. So Bermuda have cut the deficit down by 5. So the score now is 12 points to 17. And Thomas Edward has taken over the kicking duties. Andre, after missing 3, is maybe just feeling a little less confident. Both teams still playing with 14 men because we've had one either side been sin binned. Thomas Edwards lining up. And it's a good boot. It's got the distance. Does it have the right direction? Yes, it does. And Thomas Edwards converts that try. So it's 2 conversions to Bermuda. So the score is now Bermuda 14, United States South 17. Only 1 penalty in it. It would have been a tie game if Andre would have gotten that close-up kick earlier. So still a lot to play for here. Like I said, these teams played last year in a qualifier, in a warm-up game for Bermuda. Played in United States, and it was a very close game. So, fairly evenly matched sides. It's good to see a few points on the board, 2 tries each, 2 conversions each. Just a penalty separating the 2. And let's see what the USA's got for Bermuda this time. And knocked forward there by the USA player, but Bermuda recover. Yes, referee's in the spot. He sees it. Our referee for today is Derek Saltz from Canada. He's not a stranger to Bermuda. He was here last year, I believe, for the Bermuda Cayman game. And Karen, not Susan, Karen Lozada, who's an assistant ref, and ably assisted by Mr. John Wheel, not a stranger to Bermuda rugby. Also very recognized within Caribbean rugby as well. And USA wheels that one, and they will get the possession and the put in. Bermuda just falling asleep a little bit there and allowed that scrum to be wheeled around. So the USA putting the pressure on here. So USA now in the Bermuda half. In attacking position. And it's a turn again. Ball's out. Referee says. Knocked forward there by Tom Healy. No, he signaled knock forward. Knock forward, so it'll be a scrum to the United States. United States get the put in again. And the U.S. have made a change to the scrum half position. We've got number 19 on now in the scrum half position. And number 19 for the USA is Charlie Hutchings. That looks like the only change they've made. Ball came straight out, wasn't hooked. So the USA will get to put it in again. And Bermuda has made the change. Aldo Campbell is off and Deshaun De Silva is in. A penalty to Bermuda. I'm not quite sure what that was. Couldn't quite see his signal. But nevertheless, Bermuda get the penalty. Oh, standing up. Yes, he said the front row came up. And Chris Naylor just elects to put the ball down the line to get some ground that way. So Bermuda now in the USA's half. Still a very close game, one score in it. One score in it. A try would definitely be good for the Bermuda side. Again, Chris Naylor calling out the plays, to the Bermuda back line. Deshaun jumping, a good clean catch there by Mr. Dockerly. Okay, the ball just gets spilled. Chris Naylor. Out to Allen. And Big Allen. Oh, Allen almost through. A little bit of infringement there by the winger. Young Antonio made his run through and the winger held him back, pulling on his jersey. Allen was looking to pass it after making that break through the gap, looking to pass it to Antonio.
Antonio, you're stealing your thunder.
Okay, and the United States get the throw in. I think they just made a change. I didn't quite see who came on, but number 11 is off. The speedy little winger may have pulled up or something. Bermuda putting pressure on the United States now, so they'll come back to the line. Bermuda get the throw in a very good position here to score. So number 11 has come off for the United States, and number 16 has come on. Number 11, Rod Caesar, is off, and number 16, Mark Fulmer, is on. Thomas Greenslade to do the throwing in duties. Peter Dockley, good clean catch there. And big Darren Richardson, he's been stopped short. Bermuda still fighting for it, going forward. Bermuda still in possession. The ball comes out to the far side. Johan driving that ball. He's a very hard fella to stop. Very hard fella to stop. I know he's hungry to play as well. He's been one of the rising stars in Bermuda rugby lately. The United States elect to have a full line out. And it's a missed throw. Ball gets knocked backwards to captain number 7. A referee caught. The referee didn't like whatever the Bermuda player said to him, complaining that he missed a call. But in rugby, not unlike in soccer, when the referee is the sole judge of fact and law. And if you disagree with the referee, he will penalize you for dissension. So you need to keep your mouth shut, keep your opinions to yourself. And it's a terrible kick by the United States fly half. We go right back to the same line-out position. So once again, Bermuda have an opportunity to put some pressure on here. There was not a very good throw initially by the prop. Looks like it's the prop for the United States throwing in. So looking to do a little bit better. They've done that. Nice clean catch and drive here. They're trying to move the ball forward to, and Bermuda's got the drive going backwards. And the ball goes to ground. It must roll away. Oh, and a little bit of a shank, that one. The favorable bounce to the United States. And the ball goes to ground. And USA have the advantage on the outside. And oh, and that was forward by a mile. The referee is on the spot. We don't need the spectators shouting. He saw it. So Bermuda again keeping the pressure on the United States. Inside the 22, they'll have a scrum. Got a man down for Bermuda. I'm not sure who that player is. Maybe, no, it's not Tom Edwards. What's his name? I think it's Paulus. Is it Paulus? Got a bit of a knock. He's holding the side of his head. Inside center. And looks like Danny Cousins might be coming on. Big, strong lad, Danny. And I think he's wearing number 23, which was a jersey Mr. Dockerly had on for a bit. Woods. That's wearing number 21, Danny Cousins. Hales plays his rugby here in Bermuda for Mariners Club. Was captain this year for Mariners. Stevie Husbands. I'm calling him Danny Cousins. Stevie Husbands. Jeez, Danny Cousins was somebody I played with in the back in the day. Stevie Husbands. And good hook there by the Bermuda hooker. Oh, no, not. And Mr. Husbands taking the ball in. Crash ball has been a hard unit to stop. Bermuda clean it away. Looking, little pick and go by Deshaun De Silva. Still going forward. No, Paul Dobson. There it is again. Ready for the Bermuda team. Oh, Chris Naylor goes for the drop. And Smith got Antonio on the outside. Oh, and Allen just doesn't see him. So Chris Naylor trying to even things up with a drop goal, but the USA player came through and stopped him. So still a lot to play. Some maybe 15 minutes left in this tournament or this match. Oh, and it's tapped through by the USA player, but cleaned up. I think the US will be looking to either take it short or put it in the air. Deshaun. And the referee deemed the Bermuda player did not roll away. When the US player and the Bermuda player the ball was sandwiched in between. And said Bermuda did not play away, and he played the ball while he was on the ground. So the United States looking to clear their lines. Bermuda been camped out down there for the past 10 minutes. And the ball is just put about maybe 10 yards forward. Still USA ball. Substitution being made here by the United States. I'm not quite sure who's coming on. I'll see his jersey in a second. They've got 15 players on the field. All right, number 1 leaving the game. Chad Haynes has been substituted by number 21, looks like it. Dave Meehan. And it's a good lift. Not. And Bermuda get that. We're going to get that ball. I'm not quite sure what the referee said there, but nevertheless, it was in favor of Bermuda. Still a lot to play for here. Close game. United States 17, Bermuda 14. Bermuda still going forward. Darren Richardson playing that ball back, and it comes to the right-hand side, and Bermuda's got an overlap. Allen. Oh. Run out of real estate. Somebody's got to cut back inside. Antonio got to cut back inside. If his man's going to the sideline, he's got to cut back inside. Nevertheless, we had an overlap there. We just drifted a little bit too much to the line. And it's a tap through. Scrappy ball from the United States. Long pass. And he's the dangerous man. Good, well picked up. Well picked up. Andre Landy does well to cut inside. And it's a big, strong runner. Can he go all the way? And Antonio. And it's a big, great run there by the USA winger. As Andre overcommitted. He goes some 60 yards to score and put United States up by 8 points. That's after all the pressure Bermuda been putting on, just lapsing in our defensive effort there and allowing a big gap for the USA number 14 to make his way through. Number 14 for the United States. On the wing, Ty Filkins. Great run. About 65, 70 yards to score. And we have the conversion attempt coming for the fly half. Lucas Bastracci. And it's a good one, right down the middle. So that's another 2 points to the United States. So the score is now 24 points to USA South, 14 points to Bermuda. So the US move up another 10 points. Bermuda has known to come back. And so it is out. I've got maybe about another 10 minutes left in this game. But the referee, again, he has the stoppage time and everything else. Bermuda have made a substitution, number 6 going off, Connor McGlynn. And on the park for Bermuda, I just got to get his number. Oh. Referee is saying something there. He blew the whistle before the kick. Okay, and we've got things sorted now, and Chris Naylor with the kicking duties. And he puts another one up. And the USA seem to be inspired by that run by the winger, taking the ball in. A little bit more confidence in their play. Starting the contact part a little bit more, a few more phases. That's 3 phases so far. Now they elect to move this one. Oh, and it's spilled. Oh. And Paul, ooh, first spill was by the USA player, second one by Bermuda, so Bermuda will get the put in here at the scrum. Paul got a very unique looking scrum cap there. I think he's got a cut on the chin, so in order to stop that from bleeding, we've strapped him up with what looks like a scrum cap. So it looks like Antonio has been substituted. And out it comes again to Allen. Oh, and the United States, Bermuda split it forward, but the referee playing advantage. No advantage come. Knock on one there by Blue, so it'll be United States ball in the put in. Just a little of a erratic pass there by Alan Thomas. He's made some great breaks, but hasn't been able to get the ball to the open man. So the United States will get the put in. Time running out here for Bermuda, and you're really going to need to step things up a bit if they want to be successful in this contest. Again, both teams are playing with 14 men because they've both had a player each red carded in the first half. A little bit more space, but also a little bit more work to be done. United States looking to move this ball from the scrum. Oh, and he wasn't able to get it away. Tom Healy on the number 8 very quickly. Bobbled that ball a bit. Bermuda moves, yes, and Bermuda. Oh, Bermuda win the ball, but the referee says no hands was in that. And Bermuda been penalized. So what we thought was an advantage has quickly turned into a disadvantage. Oh, he shanks that one again. It's pretty good when the ball's on the tee, but when it's kicking for touch, it's not that good. So Bermuda defending here, still in the U.S. half. Still got a chance. We need 2 scores. We need 2 scores here. The score is USA South 24, Bermuda 14. We've got maybe about 7-8 minutes left in this match. Good catch there by United States. Well met there by Bermuda. Lost forward by United States player. And here we go. Bermuda attacking. Great switch. Oh, Thomas upended. Great switch there. Ball was moved very quickly. We had the overlap. Ball back inside by Bermuda. Oh, and the referee's going into his pocket. He's not taking any nonsense today. No nonsense at all. Yellow card to the scrum half for the United States. So the United States is going to be playing without their scrum half. So that's going to be that's actually a pretty big loss for any team. And Darren Richardson taking the ball to the left-hand side. Bermuda going to try to set up a platform from which to attack. We've got Big Johan out for the crash ball. He's a hard man to stop once he gets going forward. Oh, and he loses it forward. No, the USA players playing the ball when the ruck has been formed. Playing the ball when the ruck has been formed, and Bermuda take it quickly. US players are offside, I hope. The referee says no, play on. I don't see a signal. And Tommy Atwoods collects that ball, awkwardly passed ball. USA player. Yes, USA player's offside. Tommy Seeley takes it quickly. Big Thomas Greenslade. Oh! Ref 10, they were not 10 yards back. They can't take another quick one. They cannot take another quick one. So, Bermuda on the verge here of scoring. What they going to do? Are we going to try to crash ball? Are we going to go for the crash ball? We're going to go for... And they go for Big Johan, who gets met very quickly. Ball spilled backwards and US recover. They're definitely going to look to clear their lines. That was a little sloppy there by Bermuda. Just a little loose there, and you really got to hold on to this ball in those situations. You can't afford to spill it, especially when you're in advantage. You got to keep the pressure on the opposition. And kick is not making the touch. Andre Landy could be a very excitable runner. Oh, and he uncommonly just drops the ball down there. Just let it bounce a little bit too many times. Disappointed with himself. Disappointed with himself there. So I have about 5 minutes left in this game now. Still, Bermuda putting the pressure on, really trying to fight their way back in. They've got a 10-point deficit to make up in 5 minutes. That's not impossible, but difficult. USA have a man in the Symbian, so they're going to finish this game with 13, and Bermuda's going to have 14. So Bermuda's got the one-man advantage. Their fullback is playing scrum half. So they're playing without a scrum half. A little bit dangerous if Bermuda chip one over the top because they don't have a man back there to cover. And US get the put in. And they've won that one back successfully. Oh, and Tom Healy steals that ball. Here's a little chip through. Oh, so there'll be a 5-yard throw in to Bermuda. I was saying it was 5 minutes left. And the referee seemed to have learned that a little early, but nevertheless, he's the sole judge of fact. And he said his time was 40 minutes, and Bermuda unfortunately go down to the United States South in a fairly close game. If it wasn't for that last try where we went to sleep, it would have been very interesting. I think Bermuda would have kicked and got a tie game here, but nevertheless, the final score, USA South 24, Bermuda 14. Very closely contested game. Very well done, the Bermuda side. Very well done. My kudos, my hat goes off to the United States South. The next round, of course, is in the Caymans for Bermuda. And US will be playing a home game, I believe, against the Caymans. So whoever has the best record from this round robin will go forward to the next round against the Caribbean South team, which is being contested, I believe between Guyana, Trinidad, and either Bahamas Barbados. So we'll have to wait and see now, and hopefully we have a better outing against the team that goes to Caymans. So just to remind you, you're watching Bermuda Sports Network, channel 82 on cable here locally in Bermuda. Great fans of sports in Bermuda and rugby in general. Mr. Lamont Woods and his crew also do an excellent job, and we're glad to be associated with them. So a little disappointment for Bermuda. Nevertheless, a good showing. Bermuda going down to United States South, 24 points to Bermuda's 14. Okay, here I am with the winning captain, Mr. Derek Wolf, from the United States South Rugby, who Bermuda are very familiar with. Yeah. And we've played a few games against you guys before. So what's your outcome of the game? First of all, congratulations. Good stuff. The first time USA South has been to Bermuda.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how do you think the game went for you guys?
Exactly the way we thought it would go. We knew it was going to be a battle all the way to the end. I mean, they have an incredible forward pack, and that's where we knew we had to meet them. We didn't really know what they had out wide, so that's where we really tested, and we found some success out there today. Okay. But I mean, hats off to Bermuda pushing us all the way to the brink.
Good, good. I understand the last time we played was last year or maybe the year before in a warm-up game for us. Yeah. Up in Life College in Georgia, and it was a very close game then. So, we got both teams got to feel each other out. So. And you got the better of us today. And I saw in your play you were doing a lot of stuff, taking it short, taking it to contact. You went about 6 to 7, actually 11 phases at one stage to try to punch in through there, and it seemed to work successfully for you. But outside, you definitely had some space. So once you got it there, it looked good. And it worked for you. So congratulations,
Thank
good
you.
stuff. What you guys plans for the rest of the day?
Oh God, I hadn't even thought about that. We've really been preparing a lot for this game.
Okay.
Of course, when we meet up, we only get one day of really practicing.
Yes.
So we have a 3-hour session on Friday, and that's it. Everybody's coming from miles away, so we fly here.
Yeah.
We have one training session, and that's it. So when we get here, we're really focused on the game Saturday, and what I'm going to do later, I can figure that out now.
That's what I was going to ask you anyway. You answered that question for me before I asked it. Is that the USA is a big, big rugby nation, big region, and you've got the South region, and your guys don't get to play together like our guys do every time. We can get guys together very quickly, so it is a little difficult for you to do that. But anyway, you guys over there, taking a flight. I'll let you go.
Okay.
Congratulations once again. Who's your next game against?
We don't know. Just the winner of the South, so either Guyana, Trinidad, Tobago, or Barbados.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I can't imagine them being as tough as this game. So.
You just beat the Caribbean champions, they've got some pace. I'll just warn you about that.
Thank you. Hey, thank you to Bermuda for having us.
All right. Cheers. I'm here with Thomas Healy, Bermuda Scrum Half, a veteran of many Bermuda tours and many Bermuda campaigns. Someone I've had the pleasure and displeasure playing with and against. Tom, a little disappointed, I'm sure, with the result today. What were your general feelings of the game?
I think, Bermuda met them up front. They're a very physical and athletic side. I think possibly an age difference came into play. Those players are a lot younger than we are. And the fitness in the second half really began to show. They're a very physical unit. They're very fast, probably man for man quicker than us. But at the end of the day, had we been fit enough and taken our chances, this could have been a different result.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, we did have a few chances, a few unlucky breaks, with the ball bouncing the wrong way and things like that. And I just spoke with the USA captain, and he said, well, we've met each other a few times. We've had practice games against them in our build-up for campaigns, and so we sort of had an idea, and as you did, an idea of how they play. And they said they were going to take Bermuda up front because they knew they had some experience front and forwards, and try to test them on the outside, and they pretty much stuck to their game plan there. Apart from that, it was a great game. A little disappointed, I'm sure you guys are. What's next for Bermuda?
Well, now we got to go away to Cayman. Unfortunately, this means the US just knocked us out of the competition. So there's still a bit to play for. Whoever loses between us and Cayman on the 1st of June will be relegated to the lower division, which means we potentially have to go away to Jamaica and Mexico and re-qualify for this level. So unfortunately, there's still a bit to go for us, and we don't want to find ourselves in the lower division next year.
Yes, I understand completely, because we are the reigning Caribbean champions, and we got very well forward in the World Cup qualifiers when we were doing that. So, it is a bit of a slight if we go down a little bit lower than that. But nevertheless, great game again, Tom. You still got it, mate. Even despite a little bit more age, and we almost have the same haircut. But good stuff, and I hope to see you out there again.
Brilliant. Thanks, Alvin.
Cheers. Okay, we just heard from Tom Healy, one of the veterans of the Bermuda side, and now I'm here with the skipper, Pete Duckerley, who's got a very sporting headdress on him. Pete, give me your sort of feeling how the game went for Bermuda. I know you're disappointed. We've met these guys before. We've come close to beating them way.
I mean, it's devastating. I mean, boys put in so much effort. We were so close today. I mean, came down to a lack of sharpness, really. USA South have played 5 games. They're fresh, but have played their patterns. It's our first competitive game since last year together, and that showed. I mean, we had a lot of possession in the second half. We just didn't finish our chances.
And we did, looking at the game and just replaying it from my mind, just a couple of missed passes there in the end, just a couple of missed tackles. We just went off the boil for a bit. I saw the boys were up for it. We said we can do this. And again, like you said, our season finished a while ago. We haven't had a national squad game in a while. It was a little bit less sharp, but nevertheless, it was a good effort by the boys. And I'm sure you as captain was a little bit more disappointing, having having been captain the side for a couple of Caribbean championships and getting as far as we can in the World Cup. So what's next for Bermuda? Is it Cayman?
Cayman's next. We still got to go and play Cayman. So and that game's important because that'll keep us in the top tier. Okay. So come next year's Caribbean Championship, we won't have to go into the early rounds. If we beat Cayman, we'll come in the second round. We won't have to troll the Caribbean in the early rounds. So it's an important game, and you know, at the end of the day, irrespective of the Caribbean Championship, it's a one-off international against probably our biggest rivals. So
yes.
you know, we've got to beat that game. We've got to win.
That's a full international.
And, you know, after getting this game under our belt, we'll be much sharper. We said a few weeks ago when we were training, we've got to finish the chances. We've got to be sharp, and maybe we were lacking some of that sharpness today, but it hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Well, good luck in the Caymans, and I'm sure we'll make amends when we get down there.
Thank you,
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.